and I've never seen somebody's face so peaceful. Not in life, not in sleep.
On a cold afternoon in Edina, Minnesota, a desperate 911 call pierced the quiet of a suburban neighborhood. It was January 5, 2018, and the caller was Livia Prodan, the mother of Cristina Prodan. She hadn't spoken to her daughter in over 2 days, an alarming silence for a mother and daughter who stayed close. Police arrived at Cristina's condo and met Livia. Inside, the condo appeared orderly until officers reached the master bedroom. Clothes were strewn across the floor, as if someone had been packing in a rush but stopped abruptly. Detective Kuske said, "The bedroom looked like someone started packing and just stopped. It didn't feel right." Officers attempted to contact Joseph Porter, Cristina's boyfriend, but his phone was disconnected. Unbeknownst to Livia, police had responded to Cristina's condo 40 hours earlier for a domestic disturbance. On January 3, 2018, neighbors called the police due to a loud argument at Cristina and Joseph's condo. The couple argued over her playing video games with a friend instead of him. Joseph, in frustration, struck his laptop, nearly damaging an expensive piece of furniture. He claimed it was to release anger, not aimed at Cristina. The couple calmed down, and the police left. 5 hours later, Cristina called the police as the couple had gotten into another argument. Joseph had tried to de-escalate, but Cristina got into his car, preventing him from leaving. The couple eventually returned to the condo. Cristina called her mother, Livia, expressing unease about Joseph's anger. The officers arrived shortly after, and she told them that she wanted Joseph out and his key returned. The officers explained that, having lived there for 5 months, Joseph had tenant rights. An officer advised Cristina to pursue eviction through the county. Joseph gathered his belongings and sat in his vehicle, trying to figure out where he could spend the night. After the police left, but before Joseph vacated the condo parking lot, Cristina entered Joseph's vehicle again and refused to leave. Joseph drove around the area and flagged down the same officers to assist him in removing Cristina from his vehicle. He told them he'd tried to leave again, but Cristina entered his car to continue their argument. The officer urged them to separate for the night. Cristina agreed, walking back to her condo as Joseph drove away. That was the last time the police saw Cristina or Joseph. Detectives entered both into the National Crime Information Center as missing persons. Cristina Prodan, a 27-year-old aspiring fashion designer, is doted upon by her mother and grandmother. Her family had recently emigrated to the U.S. from Bulgaria and spent time in Illinois before settling in Minnesota. Joseph Porter, a 26-year-old native of Arkansas, enjoys working on cars. He's a handyman attempting to do good despite his challenging childhood. After meeting online, Joseph left Arkansas and moved in with Cristina roughly 5 months ago. He currently works at a restaurant in a nearby town. Detectives brought Livia to the station for an interview.
Let's start in the beginning. When did Joseph Porter come to live with her in Minnesota?
1st of October
And how did your daughter meet him?
on Facebook.
He's from Arkansas, correct? So how often? Did you talk to her?
Like 2-3 times a week.
When was the last time you talked to Christine?
Wednesday, when she left me a message at 8:54 on the phone,
And what did it say?
she told me she want to go in Arkansas, but I will go with him.
Does Christina have a best friend that she would always talk to?
Jacob.
Jacob is the only one?
Yes. He messaged a lot to her on this phone. She sent a lot of messages.
Whose phone is that?
Phone is mine. My Christina told me to give this phone to her because to can talk with Jacob, and with the other phone, that smartphone, to talk with Josh.
Can we take that phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Livia informed detectives of Cristina and Joseph's mental health issues. Cristina is on Social Security disability as she suffers from anxiety, depression, insomnia, and PTSD. She takes multiple medications for these issues. At an early age, Joseph was diagnosed with depression and reactive attachment disorder, which is a rare mental health condition that develops in early childhood due to severe neglect, abuse, or inconsistent caregiving. It affects a child's ability to form secure and healthy attachments with caregivers. Like Cristina, Joseph also receives disability payments and takes medication due to his health issues. Back at the condo, crime scene technicians found a Walmart receipt. Surveillance footage showed Cristina and Joseph entering the store. They bought groceries, perishable items, which had been left behind at the condo, suggesting no plans to leave. A suitcase contained $1,100, Cristina's wallet, ID, and EBT food stamp card, items she wouldn't abandon. Then, a chilling find. Luminol revealed a bloody handprint between the bed and closet and a red smear on the closet door. Technicians collected swabs and sent them for DNA analysis. Phone records showed Joseph's service was disconnected 2 days ago, on January 3rd. Cristina's phone was active until 4:13 a.m. on January 4th, hours after police last saw them, and a day before Livia's 911 call. Neither phone showed activity since. Detectives interviewed Jacob, Cristina's friend.
When did you first start talking to her? Halfway through September, maybe?
You met her in person?
I'm not. She was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. I'm looking for friends. I was like, oh, okay. And then we started talking after that.
Did you have a romantic relationship with her at all?
Ever? Or at that point?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it had progressed into that, yeah, we want to know.
Yeah, we were dating, actually, for like 2.5 months. Up until last week.
Where do you think she is?
No idea.
Why shouldn't we think that you did something to her?
I know that she actually does like me. I know she loves me, and I think that Joe made some kind of threat, and I think that's why she stopped talking to me.
So you don't have any problems if I look at your phone now?
You know, so look at it.
Okay.
Based on Jacob's phone records and statements, police cleared him as a suspect. Past police reports revealed a history of domestic disputes between Cristina and Joseph. In one, Cristina accused Joseph of rape, securing a no-contact order. Neither followed the order, and Cristina later declined to pursue the investigation, citing the possibility that Joseph believed the interaction was consensual. A break came via the NCIC database. On January 4th at 8:30 p.m., Joseph was stopped by the Missouri Highway Patrol, 600 miles south of Edina.
Hey, man. Hey, the reason I'm stopping, your tags are showing that they're expired. Expired? Yeah, they're showing that they expired in July of last year.
No, that's 2018.
Well, the computer says 2017.
I just bought this car
When did you get it?
a couple days ago
In Minnesota? Or,
on Facebook.
Do you have your driver's license on your partner? Is that where you're coming from, Minnesota?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Headed to where?
back home.
Okay, where's that, Arkansas?
Yep,
Okay, cool. You have the paperwork where you purchased it?
that's in the trunk.
In the trunk?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll have you jump out. What's all this stuff for? The shelter?
Work.
Where you work?
I work in Arkansas.
I understand that. Where at?
I work for a private contractor.
Okay, cool. All right, man, I'm going to have you jump out, come back, have a seat with me, okay? No weapons on you, pocket knives or anything? Nothing at all? Okay, cool, man.
I'm gonna get paperwork.
Yeah, sure. How long were you up there?
I was up there for 5 months.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you just went up there to buy it.
I would not go up there to buy it. $300 car.
Cool, man. I'm going to have you have a seat in the front passenger. Should be unlocked for you, okay? It's not quite as cool as your ride, but it does the job.
My car needs a transmission. That's why I can't take it past 60.
Oh, okay.
It needs a radiator. All kinds of work.
You didn't fill anything out?
But I have not filled anything out. I wasn't planning on it until I got back home.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
I can't really get a title for it up there. I have to have a mailing address down here.
So what were you doing up there for 5 months? Working?
Yeah.
It says license year 2017 to 1995 black Honda Accord. July 2017, what it says right here in the computer. So I don't know if they put a sticker on there that didn't belong on there, or if there's something else going on with it, but something not driving right. And you bought it when you buy it, you said?
Just a few days ago.
Okay.
Is this a Hemi?
Yeah. So when did you get stopped in that up there?
Just a couple days ago.
Okay. So everything happened a couple days ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the last couple of days. So do you have insurance on the vehicle now?
No, sir, I do not.
What are you going to do if you crash?
I got a lot of tools.
Yes. You ever been arrested for anything?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I was arrested when I was 18 for secondary battery use of deadly weapon other than a firearm. I got in a fight with somebody who was a lot bigger than me.
Yeah.
And then I got arrested when I was 20 with another individual for possession of a stolen vehicle.
Okay. Any drug violations?
Absolutely not.
Don't use any drugs? No weed? Nothing? You don't smoke any weed?
No, I don't even drink. All I drink is water and Rockstar.
So it's safe to say there's nothing illegal in that vehicle?
Absolutely
No
not.
stolen property?
No.
No illegal drugs?
No.
Nothing like that. You got a lot of stuff in there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I do. He just handed me the title and the keys, and I gave him $300.
All right, man. I'm gonna issue a ticket for the tag. Me and Al.
Okay.
It's a finding collection center ticket. It's due in 30 days. Your information, vehicle's information, bill of display, valid plates. My information's at the bottom. This one, like I said, you can pay on the internet at this website or by phone. Either one of those ways, the debit card or credit card, or you can just mail it in with a check or a money order.
Okay.
And they'll take care of it. I don't normally give warnings for no insurance. I mean, if what you're telling me is true and you've just had it a few days, I guess it's somewhat understandable. But obviously, if you're driving from Minnesota to Arkansas,
Yeah.
if you smash into somebody you don't have insurance, obviously, ain't gonna be a good thing because it's expensive if you don't have anything to help you out. Okay.
I understand.
So make sure you're being super cautious.
Thank
okay?
you.
Have a safe night, all right?
You too.
With no sign of Cristina, the police reclassified Joseph as a wanted person for possible kidnapping. On January 9th, Cristina's phone pinged near a Walmart in Cabot, Arkansas. The FBI joined the case and obtained the Walmart surveillance footage. Despite a visual glitch, they identified Joseph entering the store. He returned an item at customer service. Shortly after, he left the store with another male. Agents traced the other man's movements throughout the store. He entered a corridor not covered by surveillance. The area contained an Eco ATM. An Eco ATM is a self-service kiosk that pays consumers cash for used cell phones and other small yet valuable electronics. Detective Moore learned that part of the process for selling a device involved turning it on. That is when they received the ping. The Eco ATM owner provided the stored devices to the FBI agents. They then called Cristina's phone, and one of the phones from the machine rang. Agents reviewed the ID associated with the phone sale. The man who sold Cristina's phone was Richard Crawford, later revealed to be Joseph Porter's husband. The men exited the store and entered a vehicle in the parking lot. They left the area driving a silver Pontiac G6, not Joseph's Honda Accord. FBI agents tracked Richard's address to a trailer park in Jacksonville, Arkansas. The stolen Pontiac G6 sat out front. Law enforcement knocked on the door, made contact with Richard Crawford, and discovered that Joseph was also inside. Authorities took both men into custody. Joseph had extensive burns on his face and arms. A search uncovered Cristina's keys in the car, a jewelry box, a pickaxe, and gas cans near the trailer. At the local police station, FBI agents interviewed Joseph Porter and Richard Crawford simultaneously.
I'll have you sit right here, Mr. Crawford. You are not a suspect at this point, but I do want to ask you some questions pertaining to Joseph, really. And to protect you, to protect me, legally you're covered and I'll be covered. I want to read you your Miranda rights. You've been read your rights before, so you understand kind of the process. You understand all those that I read to you? Okay. If you understand those, just sign your name on the dotted line now. How long has Joseph stayed with you?
He moved there with me in December. We moved from California there. He left January 8th of 2017.
So a year. I mean, right at 1 year.
Right.
A year and a month.
Right. Well, let's see, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. He was there 6 months with me.
What's your relationship with Joseph?
Legally married.
Legally married? Where did y'all get married
In
at?
California, San Luis Obispo, California.
Okay. When did y'all get married?
February 29th, 2016.
Why did he move out?
Well, I drank a lot.
Okay.
I drank beer a lot. I don't drink now, and we argued a lot, and he moved in with his mother.
You got a relationship with his mother at all?
I've been talking to her the last few days,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it. Before that, we didn't even like each other before that.
What was your conversation the last couple of days about?
Him being in the area
Mhm.
and wanted for jumping parole. He was wanted for questioning. That's all I know.
Questioning for what?
He didn't say. She didn't say. Because his mother lies a lot. She's lied to me. She's lied, to try to get him in trouble and everything else. So I just took it. He's been there a couple of days.
Couple one, couple two. How?
2 days. He's been there 2 days.
He's been there 2.
The last 2 days is the first time I've seen him since June.
And he just showed up.
Mm-hmm.
From Minnesota, he drove to your place and just showed up.
He didn't say where he came from. He said he'd been camping along the way. Asked me, can I stay a couple of nights, and then because he was leaving in the morning.
He was leaving today?
Yes.
Okay.
And supposedly he had to go back to Minnesota because he told me I was on probation, not parole.
Okay.
And he had to see his PO on the 17th.
Was he burnt on the 7th?
Yes.
Burns all over his face and stuff? What do you say that was from?
It says from a camp sleeping too close to his campfire.
Okay. Out there at your trailer, I asked you about a black car. Have you seen a black car?
Now I have never seen a black car. I've never seen the car, period. His mother told me that if he comes around, he'll be driving a black Honda.
When he arrived to see you, he had that silver car?
Yes.
You being his husband, why wouldn't you question where he's been and what he's been doing?
I just didn't, I never.
You weren't curious where he's been for the last...
Yeah, I've asked him I knew where he'd been. His mother told me where he's been. He's been in Minnesota.
Okay.
And seeing some girl, and that's basically all I know.
Let's visit about that girl that he was seeing. What Mama say about that girl?
Said that's what he was on probation for, I guess they fought a lot, and for some domestic stuff, and that's what she told me that he was on probation for.
Did Mama mention the girl's name? Did Joseph mention the
I
girl's
think
name?
her name was Cristina.
And what has Joseph said about Cristina since y'all two got back together?
He said they fought and they split up, and he come back down this way.
Did he say where she's at? Is she still up there? Did she travel with him? Or
Evidently, she's still there.
you know her last name?
No.
Where'd you
The
go?
place I went with him was, I went to Walmart.
Walmart where? What time?
Walmart in Cabot.
Be real specific.
I sold the phone for him at the Eco ATM.
At the what ATM?
Eco ATM, that's where you recycle cell phones.
Okay. And what do you get for selling a cell phone?
I think he got like $85. The reason he wanted me to do it because I did that while he went to the customer service.
Why do you go to customer service?
He returned a propane hose or something like that.
Why do you have a propane hose?
I don't know, it was brand new. I guess for his camp.
Where's the pickaxe now?
It was actually leaned up against my trailer house right there. He got everything out of his car.
Those gas cans are side of your house. Are those yours?
No.
Which are those?
Those are his. They come out of the back of his car.
That SUV, that white SUV that's sitting out front, is that yours?
That is mine. That was a Christmas present for my sister.
Where's the wheels?
Um,
It's sitting there on tires.
Actually, I've been in Oklahoma. I was in Oklahoma before I came here,
Uh-huh.
visiting my family. And I failed to make the payment on my tires, so they came and got them. And I've got to go back to get the wheels. I don't know why they took my wheels. Those were my wheels.
So they repoed your wheels, the tires.
Where's the tires? And I got to go get them tomorrow.
When did they get repoed?
Probably 3 days ago, I think.
Did Joseph ask you to do anything else for him other than take care of that cell phone?
No, he asked me to put some Neosporin on his face and asked me to take a shower and do laundry. I let him do that.
Speaking of the trailer and stuff in the trailer, being in a relationship, do you guys play? I say play. He ever dressed like a woman? You ever dress like a woman? That sort of thing.
No.
Okay.
No.
Very masculine kind of relationship.
Yes.
Okay. So no hair products, no makeup products,
No.
nothing like that.
No.
Did you see Joseph with any firearms or anything?
No. As far as I know, he's never had a firearm.
So y'all just talked. Y'all didn't rekindle anything and agree to stay together or anything. He was just.
I mean, we're married. I mean, he said he's never getting a divorce. I said, well.
Speaking of that, I mean, what's your thoughts on him? Mama saying that he hooked up with a female.
That's by his choice. I mean, that's totally.
That's okay.
That's okay with him if he wants to do that. I mean, he could have left any time anyway.
So y'all got like an open relationship kind of thing?
Well, no, we didn't have, but it just happened. We just split up. He come back, and he was wanting to get back together, but I'm just pretty much done. We got snack cakes and Dr. Pepper.
That was your
That's
breakfast?
my breakfast.
Okay, so what'd y'all eat for lunch yesterday?
For lunch yesterday, I think it was snack cakes and ramen noodles.
Supper?
I went to bed. I was wore out the last couple of days.
How come?
Just from new situation. And we stayed up, late, watching movies.
At your place?
Yeah, listening to music, stuff like that.
Did y'all talk about reconciling?
Yeah, we had talked about that. Like I told him, I'm pretty much done.
That silver car that's out there is his car?
He tell you how much you paid for it or where he got it from?
He said it was around $6,500. He didn't tell me where he got it.
Where's a guy like Joseph get $6,500?
He could make payments. He draws a Social Security check.
He doesn't work? You
No.
got a trade?
He does mechanic work on the side.
You ever seen him with any suitcases or anything?
No, just his backpacks and stuff with his clothes in it that he had.
Anything you're leaving out, man?
Nothing I can think of at all.
Most of the details are accurate as far as, Walmart and, gift card and the phone and when he arrived and all that stuff. But I think what you're leaving out is some of the talk that you guys had back and forth about specifically Cristina. So
The only thing that he told me is they fought a lot. She called him, this and that, blah, blah, and that's pretty much it. It was a tender subject anyway because, he was with her, anyway. So we didn't discuss that. And he's been in jail 3 times because of her. And that's pretty much it. Same thing his mother told me, really.
I mean, for the most part, everything lines out, man, except for the conversations that y'all two had 2 evenings, versus what he says versus what you say.
Mhm.
As far as the conversation that took place about him and you didn't know her last name, Cristina.
He was just saying that he was, with her, and then they got into a fight. He was packing his stuff. She didn't want him to pack his stuff. They were fighting, and he left and came down this way. Don't know, like I said, don't know what day it was or anything. He didn't mention dates, anything. He was probably wanted for questioning about a missing person and
Didn't this strike you as odd?
yeah, but like I said, she's crazy.
Mama or
and-
Cristina?
Mama. I don't
Okay.
know Cristina.
Okay.
Mama has always been trying to get him in trouble all her life, even when he wasn't doing anything.
You never met Cristina?
No.
Never seen her?
Never seen her.
Seen a picture of her? He showed you a picture of her?
I've seen a picture of her on Facebook.
Were you Facebook stalking?
No. When I first found out they were together months and months and months ago, I sent her an email telling her that, we were married, and I wanted her to know that.
Where'd you and him meet?
We met at McDonald's on McCain, 2013.
Just saw each other at McDonald's and struck up a conversation and turned into love and y'all got married.
Pretty much.
Sharing a Big Mac and fell in love.
Yeah, pretty much. When I went to California, and
Was that the girl you saw on Facebook?
she didn't have all that makeup on her skin, yeah. I think that's her. His mother had gave me her phone number 2 days ago and gave me Joey's phone number 2 days ago. And that's the only time I've ever had their phone number.
Did you try calling them?
I tried calling them both. I told Joey, I said, if this is Joey, you're more than welcome to come home or whatever, because, I want to talk to him. And that was it. But
You called her number?
I called her. No, I didn't call. I texted her number.
What'd you text her?
I said, is this Cristina? Are you with Joey? Are you okay? That's what I said. Because his mom told me that she may be missing.
Did she respond?
Neither did he.
What if I told you that girl's dead and he burned her up?
I wouldn't
What if I
believe it.
told
I
you
wouldn't believe it. That he did it?
And what if I told you that you were going to be charged with an accessory for not disclosing information? For something that you knew. That you sat here and that poor girl's dead. And her mama's missing her.
I believe that.
And you got something to do with it because he talked to you about it. What if I said that?
I don't,
What would you say to her mama?
man. Wow.
What would you say to her mama if you could say, I knew something and I didn't help?
If I knew something I didn't help, I'd be feeling pretty bad.
So what do you got to say is going to help? You better think long and hard.
I didn't know whether he had weapons, whatever in the house. I was pretty much scared the last 2 days. You know, and he told me that she was dead before she left Minnesota. And
So why do I have to prod you for information? Why don't you just tell me?
because I don't want to.
But look, listen to me.
It's this or you go to federal prison.
We're just not in here randomly talking to you, okay? I mean,
I understand
I've been
you know
doing
what
this
you're doing.
31 years.
I know what you're saying. I understand.
We know a lot of the answers, most of the answers to the questions we've asked you. Let's back up a little bit. You said that he told you she was dead before she left Minnesota. You tell me about the day you had that conversation with him, the time of day you had that conversation with him, what led up to it, and how that conversation went. You guys wasn't sitting there eating ramen noodles, and all of a sudden him just throw out there, Christina's dead, she was dead before I left Minnesota. So you tell me in your words, because this is going to be your last chance, because I'm kind of getting tired. And I'm not going to beg you to tell me the truth, because I already know the answers, because they're talking to him next door, and he's already told them.
The day he come over, he asked me if I've ever killed somebody. And I said no. And he didn't want to go back to jail, and she was pretty much nagging or whatever. And I don't know how he killed her. I do not.
Think about that before you answer.
I do not know how he killed her. I do not. But he told me that he did put her. He carried her all the way to, I think, Missouri, Louisiana.
Wait a minute. Missouri, Louisiana?
I don't know which one it was because he was telling me all, and I'm dumbfounded this time. And I actually think that my life is in danger.
Okay, I understand that. But Missouri, Louisiana, that's a big difference.
But I think it was in Louisiana. And because he told me that's where the car was stolen at, was Louisiana.
So this silver car, is stolen.
Out of Louisiana.
Do you know what a VIN number is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think we don't run a VIN number and we find out that the car is stolen? You think that's why I pulled the tarp off from the very beginning, to look at that VIN number, to run it, boom, comes back stolen? You think we didn't already know that? So how long do you think that we were just going to leave the car there at your place because it's stolen?
Mm-hmm.
So he told you he killed her.
Yes.
He didn't tell you how.
He didn't tell me how he killed her. He told me that he burned her. And it was in a C-train or something.
In a what?
In a C-trans.
What's a C-trans?
It's like a metal container.
Like one of them shipping containers they haul on
That's
trains
it, yeah.
and cargo ships?
Yeah.
And where do you say he did that at?
He said, I think it was Louisiana.
That's bull. Where do you say he did that?
He said Louisiana. That's what he told me.
So he's drove from Minnesota with a dead body in his car all the way to Louisiana, burn her up, and then drove here and stayed with your neighbors for 2 days before he ever come to
That's
see
exactly
his
what he told
husband.
me. He told me that he burned her in Louisiana.
And why did he say he burned her?
To get rid of the body.
Is that how he got burnt?
That's how he got burned.
Did he tell you that?
Yes.
He told you that he got burnt burning the body?
Yes.
Now you're telling me that he
That's
got...
what he told me, and then later on he told me what happened.
So what did he say happened? Start to finish.
When he come over, he asked me if I'd ever killed anybody. And he told me, he said, I think it's going to become an addiction. He was arguing with Cristina when he was packing, and he said, he just held his hands like this, and he said, I killed her.
How did he say he killed her?
He just said, I held his hands like this. He didn't say, he never told me how he killed her.
Strangled her, shot her.
He never said that. Never said, not how he killed her. I couldn't understand him really. He was crying. He was upset. And, the way that we were, I thought, I might have been next.
Because he said he might be addicted to it.
Right. And he told me that he got some gasoline and he burned her. That's all I know. He told me he burned her. And he said he doesn't think the dental records will come back or whatever. And
He said he cut her up first?
no.
How did he get her from Minnesota to Louisiana?
He said she wasn't actually in the car. He said something about a suitcase. I remember him saying something about a suitcase. He said he poured 2 gallons of gasoline in that thing and lit it on fire, and that's the concussions were burning, is what he said. After he got to the house, we'd talked a while, and then he started telling me things.
What else did he tell you?
And he just said that the reason he did it because he didn't want to go back to jail.
Didn't want to go back to jail for what?
Over him and her fighting.
Domestic abuse thing?
Because he said that the cops had been there 3 times that day or something when he left.
Is that why you got rid of the phone for him? You pawned it instead of him?
No, he just asked me to do it while he took that thing back in there.
He didn't give you a reason to say this is Christina's phone, I need to get rid of it.
No, he told me they were all his phones.
When did he tell you that the car was stolen in Louisiana?
That was yesterday.
And what did he tell you he did with the black car?
He told me that he sold it for junk.
He didn't tell you what city in Louisiana?
No.
Didn't you think that was odd that your husband just admitted to killing somebody and then you just not
Yeah, and
tell anybody?
I was dumbfounded. Well, he told me exactly. He said if you tell them anything, I'm only here on I'll only be here on probation violation. I'll be out. I will get you. I'll make sure they get you for accessory if you do tell them anything later on.
When did he say this?
That was today. He had a rifle at the house last time, and last time we got into it, I mean, he emptied 10 shots just right outside.
What kind of rifle?
It was a 22. I didn't believe him. I actually didn't believe him when he told me. I didn't believe him.
But then we come in here and we told you.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the same story.
Man, that
and
hit
your
home.
comment was...
And that hit home.
Yeah, but your first comment was, I wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe that he would do something like that.
But he already told you that he did.
Mm-hmm. But he told me, but I didn't believe it. I really
Do you believe it now?
I believe it now that you told me.
What kind of good times did y'all talk about?
About like when we was in California and we lived on the ranch and we worked and had our dogs. Just fun times.
So y'all go from talking about killing somebody to fun times.
Immediately. That's why I didn't buy his story.
Did you help him get rid of her?
Hell no.
Had he ever been violent with you?
Yeah, he's been violent. That's why.
Put his hands on you?
Yeah.
Choke you or hit you or what? Or both?
He's done both.
When we knocked on your trailer, what were y'all doing?
I was sleeping.
You were asleep.
I was asleep.
Was he asleep? As far as you know?
I woke up and he said there's cops all around the trailer. Is all I said.
And you knew why?
I figured it was for his probation violation. But I knew also that it was actually true then.
You know for a fact there's no
I don't know
guns
for
in
a fact that if he's got one, it's in his stuff.
I want to tell you, I appreciate you finally cooperating, because the first time we walked out of here, we was just going to let you kind of hang. And you'd be going to jail for a long time. And then he decided, let's go in there and give him another chance.
Appreciate it.
Because you don't want to have to go down for something he did.
I don't understand that, how he would do something like that.
Now here's what Joseph had to say.
Hey, it's Joseph, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go by Joe or Joseph?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right.
All this for a probation violation.
Well, man, we'll get to that.
I don't have time for this.
Okay. Well, let's get it done, and then we'll move on. And if it's just a simple probation violation or whatever it is, then we'll get it done. We'll get it knocked out. I work for the FBI, and we just want to visit with you, take some time, and talk with what's going on. You think it's probation violation that you're here for?
That's all I've done wrong.
Well, okay. What did you violate? What's your violation?
I left the state of Minnesota.
You're on violation there? I mean, you're on probation in Minnesota?
Yeah.
So you've been convicted for something there?
Mm-hmm.
What were you convicted for in Minnesota?
I was convicted for Danko violation.
For what?
Danko violation.
What is Danko?
Violating a no contact order.
They sentenced you to probation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were not supposed to leave the state.
I wasn't supposed to leave the state of Minnesota, and here I am.
Where are you originally from?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Why are you asking me questions that you already have the answers to?
That's part of it. I mean, some of my answers I know and some I don't know.
I got in a
Suspended
fight with
sentence, right?
somebody who was a lot bigger than me.
Okay. And you got a battery charge, and you got a 3-year suspended sentence, right?
I don't know what 3 years suspended sentence.
You didn't go to jail for that one, did you?
Yeah, I went to prison.
In where?
In this state.
In Arkansas?
Yeah.
I'm not showing that, see, so I don't know everything. Did you do any prison out in California?
I did 9 months in the county jail in California for possession of a stolen vehicle.
So you've been through the system. You sat in front of law enforcement before, right?
Yeah, I have. And I'm tired of it. All I want to do is live my life and I just want peace.
Well, I can appreciate that. That's what I do for a living, is try to make peace. That's what both of us have done for over 20 years, is try to make peace.
Let me put it this way. I don't know who my father is. My mother is bat crazy and a pill popper. Since I was 13, all she's done was me over. If I don't give her what she wants, she me over. I'm not stupid. I know this is her doing.
Well, explain to me what
I
you
know
mean by
she
that.
called the cops. Again.
On you?
Yeah.
For what? Why would she have done that?
Because I was over at my husband's place. I'm not stupid. This is how she does. The first time she did this, I was 17 and I was in a juvenile facility because of her. She called the Secret Service and told them that I wrote death threat letters saying that I was going to kill Obama and Biden and whoever the vice president was. 17 years old. The Secret Service came and talked to me.
At this time, though, I need to read your rights, okay? Joseph, how far did you go to school?
7th grade.
Okay. Do you read and write okay?
I've been reading and writing college level since I was 9.
Good.
I have read this statement of my rights and I understand that what my rights are. At this time, I am willing to answer questions without a lawyer present.
Okay. So you want to talk to us? If you'll just sign your name right there.
I went up there for a woman and it didn't work out. The only good thing that came out of there was I was proud of 2 things. 1, opening up a bank account. First time I ever done that. And 2, actually having a tax-paying job, which I've never had for that long.
What job did you have?
I worked at Bunda Bistro.
And what is that?
A very expensive upscale restaurant.
What'd you do there?
I was a dishwasher and food prep.
Did you like it?
I loved it. The entire time I was in Minnesota, it was nothing but problem after problem. I met a girl online, dated her online for a month, and then I moved up there to her. It didn't go good. I ended up going to jail 3 times over her. Yeah, I lived with her, but after the no contact order, I started living with my boss. And that was temporary, and then I ended up living at the restaurant in the grease shack behind it. And when the court was over and they lifted the Danko, I moved back in with her, and it didn't go good. I think I was there for 3 days. Finally, the 3rd or 4th day or whatever it was, the cops were involved 3 times, and they helped me pack my stuff and load it all in my car, and I left.
And you came back to Arkansas to see your mom, or to?
No, my mom
your
sent
husband?
me. My mom sent me a text message saying she doesn't want me around. That's typical. I'm used to that. So I ended up just going to my husband. We're trying to fix everything. I mean, he just surprised me because he quit drinking beer, and the 2 things that we always argued about was alcohol and finances.
So what about the relationship in Minnesota?
I was with a girl that I met online, and it just didn't work out. 2 miscarriages, and always fought about the same thing.
What was that? What'd you fight about?
Money.
Money. Did she work?
No. I worked.
What is her name?
Her name is Cristina Prodan. A few days of living with her, we got into 3 arguments, and finally I just had enough. And I told her that we weren't going anywhere. This is our future. This is what we're going to be doing. And I'm not going to do this.
How did she take that?
Not good. She started screaming, and I got mad and I asked her to quiet down. You know, the walls are thin, neighbors can hear, it's condominium. Finally, after 30 minutes or some crap of being yelled at, I yelled at her, shut the f up, and she just got louder. So I ended up breaking one of my computers, and the neighbors called the cops, and they came over, and we explained to them what was going on, and they left. 30 minutes, an hour later, they came back again. They helped me pack my stuff and take it down to my car, and I told them, hey, look, I have to work the next day. I cannot deal with this. And they told me that the best thing to do is just end it. They left, so I had all my stuff in my car. The third time the cops were involved was right after they left. I was sitting in my car and I wanted to smoke a cigarette before I started driving. She ended up walking outside and I seen her, so I put my car in reverse, tried driving off. She grabbed my door handle, so I slammed on my brakes. I don't want to be responsible for anything. She got in my car and I asked her for about 20 minutes, please get out of my car. And she would not get out of my car. She just kept begging me not to leave, not to go, stay. Finally, I seen a cop drive by and I was like, you know what? There went a cop. He's gonna help me get you out of my car. And it was one of the same guys that we talked to twice that night already. So I asked him to help me out, and he had to actually escort her out of my vehicle, and another guy helped me into my vehicle, and they told me, get out of here. So I left and didn't look back. And I got some messages saying, call me. I love you, and like that. I mean, she had her disability, I have my disability, and I had my job, and I was proud.
You drove and you got as far as Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And your car broke down.
Yep.
What'd you do with your car in Iowa?
Left it.
Just on the side of the road? Walked away from it? Or did you sell it?
No.
What'd you do with it?
I was in the city and I just left it right there.
What city was it?
Des Moines.
You left it in Des Moines and you snuck on a bus.
Yeah.
What kind of bus?
It was like Greyhound, but it wasn't Greyhound.
And you rode it to where?
Little Rock.
You just happened to get on a bus?
No, I stayed there until I found the right bus.
That was coming to Little Rock?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you got to Little Rock, where'd you go from after you got off the bus?
Started walking. I seen Richard and my husband.
Okay. Where'd you see him at?
I went over to his place.
He know you were coming? Did you call him and tell him?
No, we haven't talked in 6 months.
And what have y'all done for the 2 days you've been there?
We've been eating Twinkies, drinking Dr. Pepper, and watching movies.
Anything else during that time period y'all been doing? Y'all been getting out and about, going out to eat, going to Walmart,
No, we
going to Subway?
No,
What have y'all gotten out and done?
nothing. I know he's got 2 vehicles outside of his house. I don't know what they are.
He's got 2. Are they both his?
I don't know whose vehicles they are.
Okay. When Minnesota contacted us, talking about the Danko order, they said that they had a police record that you were stopped in the evening shade by a state trooper
Okay.
in your black Honda.
I was never stopped by a state trooper in evening shade.
I mean, it wouldn't come up that there was a mistake. I mean, they've got your a black Honda that you were in. You weren't written a citation.
Alright, you know what? I don't want to talk about that Honda.
Why's that?
That Honda was illegal. I didn't have any paperwork on it.
Okay.
All I had was a title, but I never filled it out. I got 3 tickets in that car. 2 for no insurance, and the guy that I bought it from, I paid $300. The guy that I bought it from Took one of those little bitty stickers off another license plate and put it on that one. Didn't tell me it was expired. So I got a ticket for that. What I'm worried about is these tickets biting me in the ass. I don't want to lose my driver's license.
I understand, that's fair. Joseph, we're trying to communicate here, and it's just me that's doing all the talking, and I'm trying to help you out in trying to get the story, like we talked about, of what happened from when you left Minnesota, so I can let the people there in Minnesota know. Where's the car now?
I don't remember where I parked it.
You
I just pulled over at a gas station.
Here in Arkansas?
Yeah, in the state, and it just wouldn't go.
Well, there's a silver Pontiac that you were driving, and how did you come to acquire the silver Pontiac? Or is that another car you don't want to talk about?
That's another car I just don't want to talk about.
Strike two on vehicles.
We didn't do well with the cars.
No, we're not doing good with cars.
My last 3 vehicles before the black Honda were all pieces of shit, and I don't want to talk about those.
Is the Pontiac a decent car?
No, it's General Motors. I've already had problems out of that one.
You went to Walmart in it. Well, that's the only reason I know. And then it's over there at the house. And Richard said that it was your car. And
I just don't want to talk about that.
okay, don't want to talk about the car. Well, all right. Tell me what happened to your hands.
My hands and my face, I was out in the woods and I fell asleep next to my campfire.
Did you ever hit her?
No.
Never hit her?
No.
Did she ever hit you?
Yeah.
I heard she accused you one time
Of rape.
of rape. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she turned around and told them that to drop it, that she didn't want to pursue.
And they did drop it.
Yeah.
I mean, did that happen, or was she just trying to?
She was pissed off at me.
She was just trying to get a charge on you.
Yeah.
How'd you take that?
I just called her a liar. And I told her straight up, do you know what they're going to do to you in court? They're going to put me on a voice analyzing stress test, and I'm going to pass that with flying colors. And when they give you a lie detector test, you are going to fail and you are going to be charged with perjury.
Where's Cristina now?
She's in Minnesota.
She's in Minnesota at the condo?
Yeah. Last place I seen her.
Because they tried to contact her and she won't respond to anybody's calls.
Okay.
When they were looking for you, they were trying to find her and they can't find her either.
Okay. The cops have had that problem with her before.
Of her disappearing?
Of her not answering their calls.
How should we get a hold of Cristina? Because there's a lot of people that are concerned
Go to her
about
place.
That's been done. She's not there.
Go to her mom's place.
She's not there. Her mom's worried about her.
It's the only 2 places I know of.
She's not either one, and you were the last one that had contact with her besides,
I'm not the last one that had
besides the
contact with her.
police that were there that night when you said you left. That's the last one that she's had contact with. So that is also something we're trying to do is contact and find her to find out, you know, when you disappeared from there and you came here, we're trying to find out, you know, where she's at. We're trying to find you and find where you are. Have you talked to her since you've been back here? Communicated, I'm sorry, we're done, another fight, anything?
I haven't talked to her since.
So when you rolled out of there and the police packed your bags,
Yeah, that's the last time I talked to her.
did she come to Arkansas with you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No way.
No.
Man, we're trying to figure it out. Tell me what y'all were doing at Walmart.
Walmart. Getting cigarettes. I was returning propane hose adapter that I bought several months back.
Did you also sell some phones?
Yeah, those are some of the phones that I had.
Did you sell some?
Yeah.
Okay. Says that it's owned by a company out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
Is it stolen?
How am I supposed to know?
I don't know.
If it's stolen, it would have been repossessed.
You're exactly right. It wasn't reported stolen. I mean, but the guy that you got it from or traded with it Was it New Orleans? I mean, is he from New Orleans or? And I mean, out of the life of me that you got through without getting any ticket, that's pretty slick. You must be able to talk well to the guy that pulled you over.
How's that?
Because even
I was
me, man.
actually asleep in the car.
Oh, you mean you were stationary?
Yeah.
You
And I
weren't-
told him straight up, I just got this car and I don't have any paperwork on it.
Where was that? Is that out here at the lake?
Yeah.
If you're not taken back to Minnesota, that is your plan would be to stay here and reconcile with him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk with him about your relationship with Cristina?
Briefly, and just enough from me for him to know that I had sex with a slut first and then I met Cristina and dated her for a while and it didn't work.
He still feels for it all?
I love that woman. I have her name tattooed on my chest.
We ran a trace on Christina's phone.
Okay.
It's here in Cabot and here in Jacksonville, and it's been showing where you are.
I don't have it.
Is she here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, where you've been today, the phone has been turned on where you've been because we got you when you were over at Walmart
Okay.
and in that area, and the phone was turned on at the same time that you were in that area. If you have her phone, it's not that big a
I
deal.
don't have
We're trying
her
to
phone.
find her.
That was a mistake on my part if I grabbed it. But there's a load of phones. I grabbed like 7 phones from her place. Sold all of them.
For her to be in the places that you were today would be impossible then.
Unless she's stalking me, yeah.
Okay? We haven't seen that.
Good.
Well, her mom is worried sick about her. Did they have a good relationship?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
No. They had the relationship that I've ever seen between a parent and a child. And then Cristina has told me that her mom stabbed her in the arm here, and to get even, Cristina stabbed her in the foot. And I've seen Cristina slap the shit out of her mom. I've seen her mom slap Christina's grandmother, who's damn near 90-something.
Cristina had told her mom recently that she was fearful for her safety
Well, she's
because
also
of y'all's relationship, yours and hers relationship.
She's also told the courts that. And then she turned around and told the courts that, no, she's not afraid of me. She wants me living with her. She's wishy-washy. It was the best relationship that I've had.
You had a restraining order. You got arrested twice.
You gotta understand, in a short amount of time, with Richard, when I first met him, it was fresh out of the Marines, PTSD, a lot of blackout spells and violence for years, 2 years. So I went through a lot of with him. And with her, I went to jail over 3 times and a lot of arguments, but nobody's actually ever taken me out on dates. No one's ever told me that I'm beautiful and shit like that. She makes me feel really good. Well, nobody's ever treated me the way that she did. And I loved it. I love her for it.
If you will communicate and be honest with us, I can get the probation violation thrown out.
I just told you everything.
You told me you took a Greyhound bus here. You didn't. You told me that you didn't have a cell phone, then you said maybe you did. You told me that you didn't drive the black Honda here, and you did.
It's just a bunch of psychology.
I'm not a psychology major. It's not what I do.
But you're a fed.
So what's your opinion of feds? Have you ever sat down with feds before? Or is this your first time? So tell me, what is a fed supposed to be?
Fed is supposed to be somebody who's extremely smart, knows how to get inside the minds of other individuals, knows how to solve things and delve deep.
That sounds pretty impressive. I don't know that I'd put myself on that full pedestal, but You know, I want to do my job, I want to do it well, but I don't know if I go that far. I'm a truth finder and seeker, and that's what I want. That's all I desire.
There's nothing else that I can tell you.
Richard tells a completely different story.
And good for him. But quit wasting my time and take me back to that goddamn holding cell.
Did you go to Louisiana on your way through this trip?
I've never been to Louisiana a day in my life.
Whose gas cans are those at the trailer?
Well, those are all my gas cans from Minnesota.
Is it possible that you just reached your breaking point and y'all started arguing and you hurt?
There's no way in hell.
Maybe you didn't mean to. I don't think you're the kind of guy who would teach a fight a woman.
There's no way in hell.
I mean, crap, I've been married 30 years. You know how many times we fought to the point that I've had to just get up and leave because I was afraid I was going to hurt her? That stuff happens in a relationship. That's not unusual.
There is no way in hell.
Tell me, what are we going back to? You said
I'm
you're
going
pissed.
back.
No,
I'm going back to the holding
Sit
cell.
down.
Kiss my ass. You. I'm going back to the holding
I
cell.
will take you
We're
back.
done. We are done.
Okay, I hear you. Sit down.
No, I'm not sitting down. You can take me back. You can take me back or I'll
I will
walk back.
No, you can't leave until we get the police officer. So I want
All
you
right.
to sit down. If you want to quit going around the circles, we'll quit going around the circles. Did you have anything to do with Cristina being disappeared?
No.
You haven't acted very concerned about it when we've told you that she's been missing all this time. Her mom doesn't know where she is. We've checked every place we know. Her phone has been in your possession, not in her possession, and you haven't acted that
Why am I
concerned
supposed
about
to be concerned about all this bull?
Because you told us you love her.
And
That's why you should be concerned. You asked a question, that's a straightforward question. Why should you be
then
concerned?
my mother has cancer and I love her, but I'm not concerned about my mother.
it. Did you tell Richard what happened to
Why
Cristina?
don't you kiss my ass?
I'm asking you a question. Did you tell Richard what happened to Cristina?
No, I didn't.
We're going to find Cristina, with or without you. And I'd rather you help us and help yourself than the way you're choosing to go.
You can't bring Cristina back to life, but you can tell us where she is.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
So I'm going to ask you again, how did you burn yourself?
I'm going to tell you again, I'm done talking. You just keep asking the same questions. and I'm
Man, I
giving
want you to tell me the
same
truth. I want you to tell the truth.
I want you to kiss my ass and suck my but that ain't happening.
It's not going to happen. We're going to find her.
Okay.
We're going to
I hope you do.
We're going to find
And
her.
when you find her, tell her I still want my $500.
We just talked to Richard, we need to kill her and burn
You heard that?
Do what?
I just got through talking to Richard, and Richard said that you killed her and burned her.
Yeah.
So Richard gave it up. So now we know. We know the truth.
Richard has no reason why.
He got no reason to lie.
Sounds like somebody doesn't want to go to jail. And anybody in the right situation is going to lie their ass off just not to go to jail.
Give whoever family she has some closure of what happened so they're not worried about where her body is.
Take me back to the cell now. You can tell the judge to suck my too.
The FBI learned of a fire in New Orleans that matched the description Richard provided. The New Orleans Police Department responded to a fire in a shipping container on January 6th at 9:30 p.m. Not far from the shipping container, Joseph's black Honda Accord was located, stripped of its license plates. A short distance away was the business where the Pontiac G6 was stolen. During the search of the 1995 Accord, police found 2 receipts, one from Home Depot and another from AutoZone. Surveillance footage from a Belton, Missouri Home Depot showed Joseph buying a pickaxe and shovel. At an AutoZone, he purchased a red gas can, which he later filled at a gas station. Inside the burnt shipping container, police found a charred body. Dental records and DNA confirmed it was Cristina Prodan. The bloody handprint in her condo matched her DNA. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office charged Joseph with second-degree murder. Detectives Moore and Kuski faced the heart-wrenching task of informing Livia. Detective Kuski said that every death notification is tragic, but this one stood out to him as one of the most difficult. They also contacted Joseph's mother, Arlie, who was devastated by her son's actions. She said, "I didn't cry hard enough. He needs to pay for what he did to her." 11 weeks after his arrest, officers interviewed Joseph again.
Joe, I'm Blake Hoster. I'm with the FBI out of Minneapolis.
I'm Joel Moore, beat out of police department in Minnesota.
I don't mean any offense to either one of you,
Yeah.
but you're FBI, you're police, and I would like my lawyer here.
Okay, that's your choice. That's your choice. I can't stop you from that. I was hoping to have a conversation with you. I'm sure you got lots of questions. I've got some answers I can give you today. I know you talked to.
I got a couple questions.
Yeah, I know you talked to my counterparts from down here a couple months ago. They didn't have a lot of answers when they were talking to you, so they were kind of jerking you around. So I was hoping we could have a different kind of conversation today. But if that's what you want, that's what you want. That's your choice.
I don't mind. You can go ahead and ask the questions because I am curious.
Yeah.
But I'm more likely going to say I'd like to answer that or have my lawyer here or whatever.
That's absolutely, you're right. So I have, because you're in jail, I have to read you your Miranda. But we can talk after I read that, and at any point you can stop it or say you don't want to answer it. I mean, that's totally up to you how you want to play this. Right? I'm not here to give you legal advice. If you want your lawyer here, we can wait to have your lawyer here. Before I ask you any questions, you must understand your rights.
I'll be honest, I'm willing to sign anything.
Okay, all right.
Doesn't matter if it's that or anything else. Eventually, one of these days, my name is going to be worth something, so I'm helping you out.
Yeah, all right, man. Let's get through this and we'll get to it, all right?
You want me to read it out loud?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I have read a statement of my rights and I understand what my rights are. At this time, I am willing to answer questions without a lawyer present.
If we start bumping into lunch, I'll have them bring some food, okay?
Okay.
You're not going to miss a meal because of us. No way. Maybe I could talk them into getting something better. I can give them some cash or something if they'll allow that. I understand that you like Dr. Pepper. Right? Am I wrong?
You've been talking to too many people.
I told you. I come down here with answers this time. Last time you had a conversation about what happened.
Either that or now I actually know has been reading my 14-day late letters.
I came down here with a lot of answers today. Like you said, I've been talking to a lot of people. I've been talking to your husband, I've been talking to your mom, I've talked to your ex-girlfriends, I've talked to Christina's family.
Talking to what?
Yeah, yep.
No.
Yep. I've gotten around.
Well, you talked to my ex-girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
As in plural.
Well, one specifically.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, one specifically. Just
Bird
saying.
brain.
Yeah. So I've done my homework. And I don't think you've gotten a fair shake on the picture being painted. I don't. But I'm hoping you can kind of fill in the why it happened for me, because that's the part I want to know. Because that helps the attorneys decide which direction to go. That helps me decide what to recommend to the attorneys. At the end of the day, my job is just to gather all the facts. Is it easier if I tell you what I think happened? And you tell me if I'm right or wrong? Does that work? What I think happened that night, you guys were arguing. Christina's a volatile girl. I would venture to say maybe even a little bit of an unstable girl. You loved her with all your heart, and I think we've all been in a relationship where that love is on fire, and the next minute you guys are screaming and yelling and throwing pots and pans. That kind of love. Everybody's been in a relationship that's volatile like that. And I think that's the kind of relationship you and her had. I think that night you guys were having one of the bad nights. And she called the cops, tried to get you out of there. You tried to leave. She jumped in your car crying, telling you not to leave. So you pulled up to the police officer. You had her, the police officer help you get her out of your car. And at some point you ended up back in that apartment with her. I think, was it to get your stuff? To get out of there? Was that why you were back in there after those couple contacts with the police, is to get your stuff? I'm not here to play games with you, Joe.
I'm not here to play games. I'm here to cover my ass.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. We're here for the why now.
I ended up with the Danko and I ended up homeless. And in Minnesota, that's not easy.
No, it's cold as
especially when you're used to humidity.
Yeah.
My boss told me about the grease shed, the grease room in the back of the building. 2 metal doors, got grease dumpster, fire department, but it's got a heater in it. So that night, when the cops were involved 3 times, I went back to my little cubby hole, laid down, and my phone started just going off the wall. So I started checking the messages, and she wanted me to come back.
Yeah.
She called, text on, or something like that on the Text Now app. Called and texted and wanted the video chat on Facebook. Told myself, don't respond, just go to sleep. But I ended up responding to her. She said she wanted me to come back. She couldn't sleep. She wanted to cuddle. She loved me. She forgave me. She promised that she would take care of me. Now, that's what a woman's supposed to do.
Yeah.
A man works his ass off, even if it's part-time. Washing dishes at a high pace ain't easy for me.
Yeah.
But I loved it. 3 days a week, every day my back hurt like hell. Come home from work, supposed to have dinner, the house supposed to be clean. She did the dishes a lot, but I always cleaned up the house. I vacuumed, made the bed. She did the laundry most of the time. But all her money, and that was one of the biggest things we fought about, was finances. I told her that she has an addiction, she needs help. All those purses on top, Michael Kors and $400. I told her, I'm out busting I scrapped my truck and that abandoned car so you can do this kind of shit. I bust my ass so that we can eat.
Right. She's buying purses.
Purses and other shit. Clothes. So I ended up going to Walmart. I had this feeling that she was gonna throw my ass out of the house again, take my keys, throw my ass out, and the cops told her that the keys were mine. I'm a resident there, or whatever they call it.
You were paying rent, so you had a right to be there.
Yeah. So I ended up getting a key made for the door, and I just spent like $40 on one of those nice Brinks, deadbolts and doorknobs.
Yeah.
Because her mom had keys to her place, and she didn't want her mom walking in there all the time. Like that. So I ended up changing it for her, spending my money on that. If you notice, it was upside down. It was the first time I ever changed it.
I was wondering about that.
And I couldn't figure it out, and I'm like, it's not that hard. It can't be that hard. But I can't figure it out.
Hey, it worked, right?
It's got some motor oil, I can figure it out.
Hey, you got it to work.
I got it to work. Welcome to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Got the key made. I can't remember if I bought cigarettes or not. I think I did. I think I might have bought something to eat. But on my way to the cash register, I passed by these huge bears.
Oh, stuffed animal? Yeah.
And Valentine's Day was gonna be in February. And I know she likes stuffed animals. All her exes gave her stuffed animals, and even this Jacob dude gave her a alpaca made from alpaca fur. And I was actually wanting to get a purple one because her favorite color is purple, but they didn't have one. So I'm like, I guess pink's gonna have to work. $30, and I looked at it and I'm like, all right, I think I can do it. I didn't have maybe but $80 in my pocket that I could spend.
Sure.
So I grab the bear and I have all this other shit. I check out, walk out of Walmart, smiling, thinking everything's gonna be all right. That I will tell you, every vehicle I have, piece of shit or not, I will push it to the limits. Her car, Christina's Chevy Malibu that she had, okay, I took that every day that I was going from her place to work, 110 miles an hour.
You never got stopped, huh?
Never got stopped. I'm sitting in her car and I'm trying to come up with a plan. What am I supposed to do? I got the bear. That's gonna make her happy. She wants to cuddle. She wants me to hold her. She'll take care of me. I think she forgets me. Go to the door. Go up. knock on her door, hold the bear up to where it's just the bear's head and the
Yeah.
yeah.
People, yeah.
She looks out, she stands there, she opens it, and I see a look on her face. It's a look I've actually never seen. And it wasn't excitement, it wasn't pleasure. The smile wasn't, there wasn't anything behind the smile, and her eyes were conniving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're hiding something. I just pushed that aside and said, yeah, I got you something. Now whenever I'm at work and you got something to cuddle with. She's like, oh yeah, you're right, I do. Throws me off, kind of creepy, and didn't know how to respond. The thing that hurt the most is like, is she using me for my money? I get $76 a month in food stamps. I just spent 75 something on her vegan shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she called it off or I called it off, I told her I want my money. She's like, you're not getting it. You can take me to civil court. It's $500. You're gonna throw me out there on the street broke with no money when I just spent everything on you again? So I end up falling asleep. She ends up in bed. I throw my leg over her legs, throw my arm over her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sleeping. All of a sudden, everything just happens real quick. I'm dead asleep, it's dark. My arm gets thrown off of her. And that hurt. When you're on your side and your whole arm just go wham like that, that hurts. So that woke me up. And briefest of time, as soon as my arm comes back down, I get a elbow in the sternum. And that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
My half Richard hit me there a few times. He's a Marine. The pain doesn't make me cry or anything, but it pisses me off.
Sure.
You know, I'm dead asleep and then all of a sudden something happens. So I jump out of bed real quick thinking that something's gonna go down. And I look at her, she's standing up, she's pissed. I'm like, what? What's going on? And she just starts screaming and yelling all over again. So I go back over to her and I'm like, let me guess, you hit him. She's like, yep. I'm like, alright. Yeah, I want you to do me a favor now. I want you to come with me to the storage shed so I can grab my fucking duffel bag, grab my sleeping bag, and I'm gonna grab the rest of my and I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted me to cuddle with you. I wanted you to take care of me. Can't you see I'm white? I'm sick. I can't deal with this shit. The stress is killing me, and I have to be at work today, and I have no energy and no tolerance for any more. So I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. She grabbed the doorknob, standing in front of it, refused to let, and what pissed me off is she knew that it pissed me off, because she knew I was not gonna touch her. So she would do shit like that on purpose. Then she would put her hands on my chest and push me back, and she knew I wouldn't grab her. She knew I wouldn't push back and push her out of my way. It pissed me off that I was helpless.
Right.
You know, she wouldn't let me leave. And all I wanted to do was leave.
Right.
All I wanted was my speaker and my sunglasses my mom gave me. She refused to give me my speaker back and my sunglasses. Made me mad, but it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because my arms are as long as her feet to head. I can just grab it. So I have absolutely no energy, and my patience is wearing thin. I want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up opening the closet. I bent over and I reached for it, and she pushes me over. And it doesn't take much to push me over when I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down looking up at her, and I'm like, what is your problem? You know, you come off as small, sweet, innocent, and you cry in front of the cops, say all this about me, and again, you lied to the cops about me.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think I'm not in jail this time? Because they know better.
Right.
They know what's going on. Why don't you just stop, let me get my and leave? You're not the innocent angel that you claim to be. Fuck it. I will come back tomorrow and get my with the cop. This. So I get up and I walk to the bedroom door. She jumps in front of it. does her whole little tear jerking, crying, screaming at me, "You don't leave me, you don't abandon me." Like, yeah, you should have thought about that before you reached my jacket. You should have thought about that before you had the cops called. You should have thought about that before you decided to do all this. You are bipolar. You got a drawer full of medication. And I know for a fact that you are not taking your prescribed medication the way you're supposed to. You have problems, I have problems. This tornado volcano ain't working. We've been down this before. We've done everything we can. I'm doing everything I can, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen you do shit. You're still the same person.
What's she saying to all this?
She's screaming. And most of the time when she screamed, it was high-pitched and in Bulgarian.
That's gotta get to you.
She's grabbing the doorknob, standing in front of it, and like I said, I'm not gonna grab her.
Mm-hmm.
The cops already explained, even if I just raise my hand, it's an assault charge. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, look, you need to get out of my way. And it's only a matter of time until I can not control myself.
Right.
I need to leave.
So she's pushing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does this on purpose every time we fight. She ends up jumping on my back, wrapping her legs around me, wrapping her arms around me. Pisses me off. I'm already weak.
Yeah.
I can't hold 125 or 130 pounds up, so I fall over.
Are you in the living room or are you in the bedroom?
Bedroom.
Okay.
And I'm looking up at her.
She's standing or is she?
Yeah,
up?
she's standing.
Okay.
I'm looking up at her. And she starts slapping me, punching me, and hitting me in the mouth and pulling my hair. I grab her hand when she has my hair, and I remember standing up. I told her, you up.
What
And
happened?
everything else is just black or really foggy.
You use your hands?
I don't remember. There's a time lapse.
What's the next thing you remember?
Confusion.
How so?
Fear. And if I'm too pissed, problem comes out. And I told her about him. Don't ever push me to the point, because I can't stop what he does.
Joe, what's the next thing you remember?
Next thing I remember, there was a time lapse.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared.
Okay.
And I was confused.
Still in the bedroom?
Oh,
Where were you?
I was back here. I didn't know what to do.
You were back where?
Back in Arkansas.
Where was Cristina?
The problem that I told her that I had that I can't control, his name is Pete. And Richard has seen him so many times.
Pete's you?
Pete's not me.
Pete comes out through you? What did Pete do?
He
What did he do?
You're obviously remorseful. We know that.
The only time that I know what Pete does is when he tells me.
Okay, what's he told you so far then? You said the next thing you remembered, you were back here in Arkansas. Was that before or after you went to New Orleans? So where was Cristina? Was she in that Connex box? Is that where she was when you were back here? Is that where you left her?
I didn't do anything. I tried to keep everything from happening. I begged her to stop.
And she pushed you. You had to defend yourself. I get it. She pushed you past that point. Every man has that line that you can't get pushed past.
I dream about her.
What's that? So you dream about her?
When I can sleep, I used to sleep really peaceful. I was only a couple of hours, and I wake up sweating.
Were you excited to have a kid with her?
Oh yeah. And when she called me when I was at work, when the Danko was in place, and told me that she just had a miscarriage, I stopped what I was doing, told my boss I needed to leave, and I hauled ass over there.
You don't want to talk about certain things. I can respect that. Why'd you pick New Orleans?
If I know.
Just dumb luck? That's just where you decided to go?
If I know.
What was the shovel and the pick for? Or what was your plan there?
That's the thing is I'm getting a lot of details and information, you know, from the police report, you know, from people's statements, and I'm still trying to piece everything together. It's all confusing to me. I know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's not making sense.
Yeah, I get that. I get that it was in a fog. I mean, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. You know, your adrenaline was running the entire time, which is a super long time to be on point like that.
I'm going to say this jokingly, but I'm also going to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Counseling, I tried getting it when I was in Minnesota. I tried everything I could, talked to everybody I could, but the only pill that's going to help me now is a lead pill.
I can tell you from experience from doing this for quite a while, once a person talks about what happened, and really talks about it.
Yeah, they feel better, but then they end up shooting themselves in the foot.
Do they though? At the end of the day, the cards are dealt. What's happened's happened. The outcome's going to be the same. It's, do you want your story to be heard? Do you want that weight off your shoulders? Do you want a chance to tell your story?
When I all started out, I met her on this app. I think it was Tinder or something. You know, like you get the multi-shots. You got this person, this person, this person, this person.
Yeah.
So I'm just scrolling, and all of a sudden I see her. I'm like, hold on. So I click it, and I'm like, holy shit. That's a Snow White dress. I love Disney. You know, and Frozen is my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Disney is my favorite. So I asked her, is that a Snow White dress you're wearing in the picture? And she responded, yes, it is. How'd you know? And I'm like, I like Disney, and I was just curious. I saw just the top part right here.
Sure.
You know, and then we started just talking. You know, there's one thing that I was keeping from her, and that was marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually it came out. And it came out when I was still down here. And
how'd she take that?
not very well. Me and Christina were just talking, you know, learning about each other, just being friends, and that's all I actually wanted from her. But Christina and I are getting to know each other, and about a month goes by and she drops the bomb. And it took me by surprise. She told me, I think I have feelings for you. And when I read that message, I'm like, oh, what do I say? Should I just tell her the truth? Thanks, but I'm only interested in friendship, or should I just be nice and say the same thing? So I decided to go with nice. But over the time, I ended up very quickly, after I said that, falling in love with her, actually. So I ended up telling her, and the next day after I told her, I get a message on Facebook. Can't remember what all it said, but in blatant terms, she broke up with me. Right. So I ended up sending her a message like that by creating another profile, which is the only thing I could think of.
Sure.
You know, and I was very polite. Sent her that message, thanking her and telling her I hope you find what you're looking for in life. Well, I wake up and my phone's going off and Christina's crying, asking for forgiveness, asking for a second chance. I look at my mom and I'm thinking, this is not a good idea, this is not a good idea. Alright, I'll give you your second chance and we'll see where it goes. Are we still on for me coming up there for a week and you coming down here? She's like, yeah. Okay. I was not going there to have sex with her. I was going over there to get to know her in person, like that, and I told her, hey, look, I'm going to sleep in my truck with my dog. She didn't want me doing that, and I didn't want my dog sleeping out there by himself, but I wanted to bring him inside, but the place doesn't allow pets. I got no other choice but to get rid of my dog. Probably the second or third day I was there, and I cried. Months afterwards, I would actually sit on the edge of her bed, and I would cry, and I'd say, I miss my dog, I miss my boy.
Joe, when did you tell Richard what happened?
When I was at his trailer.
Did you go to his house before New Orleans, or did you come back to his house from New Orleans? Is that?
Oh, I ended up at his place after everything. I got stopped in Minnesota.
Missouri,
Missouri,
and then down here.
and then Evening Shade.
Evening Shade. In Missouri and Evening Shades, they come up and talked to you and looked at the car, right? Or was it just Missouri?
No, both of them.
Had both of them, right?
Both of them searched my vehicle.
How'd that make you feel?
I gave them permission.
I know you did. She was in the car. How'd that make you feel? It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure having her in that suitcase. Which one was it? The red one or the black one? We've got pieces of the suitcase with the body. So I know the answer that she's in one of these two suitcases. I'm just trying to help put the last little pieces together. Right here, Joe. See that right here? Look at it. Look at this, Joe. Right here, that's the sliding rail from the handle from the suitcase. It's hard to look at. But all this didn't happen because you're some sort of animal. This all happened because of the way you were pushed and the way you were treated. How she wouldn't listen when you told her to stop. She pushed you too far and you couldn't keep it together. Right. Am I right? She wouldn't listen and you couldn't keep it together. You put your hands on her neck and you choked her. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Joe. And she started putting her hands on you, started pushing you, grabbing you by your hair, disrespecting you. Give up all your money for her, so she could feed her addiction, her purses. Well, she pissed away all her money. She wants you to take her out to $60 dinners. But she can't even afford to buy her own food. One minute she loves you, and the next minute she's kicking you out. There's only so far a person can get pushed. The anger took over. And you choked her. And then when you finally let go, there was no more life left. And you panicked. And you panicked and you did the next thing you could figure out to do. And she already had the suitcases out. And so you took the biggest suitcase and you emptied it out. And you put her in it. And you panicked. You kept panicking. You jumped in that car. And you started making your plan and making your trip. That's what I think happened, Joe. Is that what happened?
I see that picture again.
Which one? That's your baby. That's your baby. Am I right? This is what I said is what happened, isn't it, Joe? It's hard to look at. It's hard to look at. Right there's a piece of the suitcase handle, Joe. We know what happened. I just told you what happened, Joe. You gotta make a decision. Do you want to carry this alone? Or do you want to get it off your chest? What
It
happened?
doesn't matter if I talk about it or not.
Well, it does matter.
It's still gonna be there when I sleep. It's there with me every minute of the day.
You are not the first guy I've talked to in this position, Joe. I've had this conversation with multiple men with similar actions, facing similar consequences. And right down to the last of them, they have all told me when everything was done and they've been sentenced, the one thing that they were happy they did is that they talked about it. But you owe it to yourself.
No. I owe it to her.
Cristina. If it happened in Minnesota, where you killed her, and we both know you did, it's a state murder charge. It's 25 years. You're what, 25, 26, 27, somewhere in there? It's a 50-year-old man walking out. The state has parole. And I'm not saying that's what you get, but that's how the state works.
Federal.
A federal
is federal
kidnapping.
Class Y felony, which is capital murder, which is either death row or life without.
Mm-hmm. So what matters where it happened.
And I would much rather sit my ass in a cell for 10 years waiting for the needle than die an old man in prison or come out an old man in prison.
Either way, telling us what happens gets you there faster. Those are your choices to make.
So you want a confession? And that'll seal the deal. Guaranteed.
I don't make any guarantees in this world.
That'll guarantee my fate.
Your fate is sealed.
That'll make it all a whole lot quicker. There's no trial or anything.
It's true.
I just want those pictures. And I want you to give me the needle.
That's not my decision, Joe.
You know, why did you stop in Belton, Missouri?
And where?
Belton, Missouri, in Home Depot. Okay, why did you stop there? What caused you to stop there? You know, those are some of the answers we're looking for. Why did you stop there?
In Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the little pieces now. Before I knew where you got them at, I originally guessed that you were planning to bury her in Minnesota and realized the ground was too frozen. But then once we've actually sorted out where you got it, that didn't make sense anymore.
I knew each thing that I was leaving behind would get found. It had to tie back to me. I wanted that.
Walk us through beginning to end.
She grabbed my hair, I was still sitting down. I got up, grabbed her hand, looked at her, and told her, "You f***ed up. I couldn't take it anymore. I told you if I'm too scared, too pissed, no more comes out, and I'm gone." Pete took control. And I wasn't man enough to stop him. I grabbed her by her nightgown, by the front of it, and I threw her onto the bed. Reached in the closet, grabbed the bag, ripped it open. Started grabbing some of the gifts that I got her. And I was screaming at her that we're done, we're done, we're done. So I started ripping Barbie dolls' heads off and arms and bit the tail off the wolf and broke the necklace and like that. And all I wanted was my and to leave. That's it. She kept hitting me, and finally I had enough when she backhanded me in the mouth that I backhanded her back. And when I did that, I slapped her a couple times. And I sat on top of her, on the bed. I started punching her. Punched her in her ribs. To knock the wind out of her. Can't breathe, can't fight. Punched her in her face. I got tired. So exhausted real quick. I got off of her. I sat down. She sat up. I looked at her face. And I just started crying. She said, "Is it bad?" And I said, "Yeah." "You want me to take you to the hospital?" She said, "No, I want the cops to." I'm like, "Okay." She got up, looked in the mirror. Her right eye was swollen. Her forehead, where her hairline was gashed. Her right cheekbone was gashed. And when she saw her reflection, she got even crazier than she ever was. And I was on my knees, the power cord around my neck, begging her to kill me. And I was begging her for her forgiveness, telling her how sorry I was, asking her to let me take her to the hospital. She started screaming so loud and out of control, started scratching me, or slapping me, punching me, over and over and over. Finally, I got pissed off again, and I ended up hitting her more. She ended up sticking her thumb in my eye. I wrapped my arm around her throat. And all I wanted to do was render her unconscious. Just put her to sleep. Just for a few minutes. At that time, we were on the floor, in front of the closet, in front of the bird cage. And I'm so far gone. I felt her body go limp. So I figured she was asleep. I got out from under her. I looked at her. Her tongue was hanging out of her mouth. Her lips were blue. I've never given CPR. In 7th grade, they did what they could to teach us. And I tried what I could. Pumped her chest. I gave her mouth to mouth, but nothing happened. And I was so tired, and I gave it everything I could. I was crying. And I was scared. She wasn't moving, she wasn't breathing, and I panicked. I didn't know what to do, so I emptied out the red suitcase. I emptied out a charcoal gray one. I put my sleeping bag in the gray one. And my food. I ended up taking some of her jewelry, taking all of her cell phones. I put her in the red suitcase. I took them both out to my car, put them in the back seat. I just started driving. Didn't have anywhere planned. Didn't know where to go. Didn't know what to do. Thought about going to the police station with it. Thought about going as fast as that piece of car can go and going into traffic. Driving off a bridge or something. But I didn't. I told myself, she needs a funeral. I can't just leave her in a suitcase. I can't just dump her off somewhere. So I ended up somewhere. I thought it was in Minnesota and Home Depot. I bought the tools. I was gonna bury her out by the lake where I fished at, so I can be close to her. The ground was frozen. And I got even more scared, so I got back in my car. I kept driving. I wasn't scared when the cops searched my vehicle. I gave them permission because I wanted them to find her. I ended up in New Orleans. Don't know why the fuck I ended up there. I wanted to bury her because it was proper. I didn't want to throw her in a dumpster. That's just up. Didn't want to just leave her in a ditch because that's up. And I pulled her out of the suitcase. Exhausted. Took me about 5 hours to dig a small hole. I had no strength. I put her in it. And it just wasn't right for me. I looked at her, and I've never seen somebody's face so peaceful. Not in life, not in sleep. There was something so tranquil and peaceful about her face when I looked down at her. It didn't make sense to me. So I picked her back up, and I sat down. 2 or 3 day cadaver. The smell bothered me, but I love her. And I talked to her like she was alive. I told her I was sorry. Please forgive me. And I told her I couldn't bury her. I asked her if she would be alright being cremated. Of course, there wasn't any response. So I put her back in the suitcase. I dragged it to the C-trains. I piled up pallets. Put her on top of it, which was one hell of a struggle. I stacked some tires. Poured 2.5 gallons of gas. And it got on my pants. Got on my boots. I I didn't care. I'm smart enough to know that fire is a mother and it needs air. So I took her all the way to the back, knowing that the fire would go all the way to the front. And I stood right there, 2 feet from her. And I struck that lighter, and it blew my back. And it hurt like hell. But it didn't do what I wanted it to. Survival ended up taking over, and I ran out of there. I stopped, I turned around, and I looked. Didn't go back down the road, but I saw the flashing lights, and I knew she'd been found. And I knew it was only a matter of time till they found out who she was. Part of me was happy. Then I left. I went back to Richard. And I knew it was only a matter of time. I had that feeling that y'all were going to show up, so I didn't sleep. I just waited every day. I asked myself the same question. Why did I even bother going back?
Did you leave the gas can behind?
With gas in it, so it'd blow up.
Oh, and with her? Okay.
When I lit it, there were 3 different explosions. Every one of them hurt like hell. When I got out of jail, I can't remember what time, I was done talking to my mom. Because all she's ever done for me, Richard, Kyla, Cristina, was cause problems. Talk behind each of our backs about one another. She tried a wedge and everything that made me happy, she had to destroy.
Where's your dad at?
I don't know. My mom don't know. And y'all guys don't even know.
Yeah, we don't.
And to be honest, I don't think the guy that's actually on my birth certificate, Porter, the last name I have, is my father. I look 100% identical to my dead uncle. And I know my mother and my uncle had one hell of an estranged relationship. Because it is not normal for 2 adults, siblings, from the same parents, a girl to be sitting, adults mind you, 20s, the girl to be sitting on a toilet, and the guy to be standing in the bathroom with her butt ass naked. That's just not normal.
No.
So I was able, through time, to put enough together that I'm inbred. And it does not make me happy. I really up. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough. And I gotta pay for it. I don't know if either one of you have ever taken a life, but this is extremely hard. Especially someone I love and care about. I could have protected her from everybody, but not from myself. She told me about one of her ex-boyfriends. I threw on my gay bar, threw on my camo jacket, grabbed a steel pipe, told her to get dressed, we're going over to his place. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. We ended up getting in the car. She had second thoughts. I was going to kill for her, but I couldn't protect her from myself.
Detective Moore said he was disgusted by Joseph's comments about Cristina looking peaceful after being killed. Richard Crawford was unaware of the murder until Joseph told him, and he was not involved in the theft of the Pontiac. Richard did not knowingly sell stolen phones, so he was not charged with any crimes. On January 15, 2019, Joseph Porter pleaded guilty to second-degree unintentional homicide, receiving a 20-year sentence, with release set for 2034. Arlie said that after sentencing, she contacted the prosecutor to ask about her son's sentence. The attorney said, "What were you expecting?" Arlie said, "Life without parole." She said 20 years is not enough. When she misses Cristina, she looks at the photos Cristina sent her. Arlie said it's not often you meet somebody this elegant. She said Cristina changed her life and that she was an outstanding young lady. For more never-before-seen cases, click one of the videos on screen or the links in the pinned comment. Goodbye for now.